You may have heard a lot of people talk about the awakening or the awakening process or their awakening. An awakening is you waking up to yourself, to the world around you, to other people. If you imagine being in a deep sleep, sometimes it's very hard to wake up from being in a deep sleep. And it might be that somebody has to shake you a little to get you to wake up. That's a little bit like what an awakening process is, or can be at least. Sometimes you are woken up via an event, a person, an incident in your life that sort of shakes you to your core. It doesn't always have to be a bad thing, but it can be something that wakens you up to your choices, to your behaviours, to the decisions that you've made, to the path that you've been on for a long time. It's a bit like a realization. It's your eyes being opened to you become more aware. It's about knowing yourself better. So you get to see things from a different perspective, often from a higher perspective. It's not always easy. It's not always a pretty picture, because when you wake up, you get to see the good and the bad. So this isn't a bad thing overall. It's about you being able to go within and to look at yourself, the good bits, the not so good bits, so that you can actually make new choices, make better choices for your benefit, and to be honest, for other people's benefits as well. And whilst it might not feel easy initially, and this can be where some people talk about the dark night of the soul, in which you might hit a bit of a dark period in your life when you start to see things, the truth of things, the truth of your life, the truth of your relationships, the truth of your choices, and you think, oh, crikey, I get it. I realise what's gone on. But if you don't have the opportunity to look at things, to see things as they truly are, you're never going to really get the opportunity to change, to turn your life around, to form new relationships, to make better choices. So an awakening can come via somebody else or something else, or it can be via the energies around you changing. And that's what many of us have been faced with for the last few years, particularly so since 2020, in that certain events in our lives have made us wake up to our reality, to realizing that not everything's not always is as it seemed to have been, or that we've been led to believe. So it's a bit like this dawning that you get, and you get to review things. It's all for good, but when you're in it, when you don't realize what's happening, it can feel difficult. It can feel very unsettling sometimes, and that's a place that I've been in. And if you're on your own, if you feel like nobody else has woken up with you, then you might struggle to find somebody to be able to speak to about it. And sometimes those people can come from the most unexpected places to be able to meet you at the same place and say, well, actually, yes, I've been there. I've experienced this. I've experienced that. So don't feel as though you're on your own. You're not. You might feel as though you are in your own small environment, but there are many others waking up in a similar manner to you. All is well.